Hey guys, back with another video. So today we're going to be working on the white truck. I've ordered some drop keys and some spindles from Summit Racing. They're McGaughys, and it only took a couple days. They're in. I got them right here. The keys, the part number is 33005, and they're blue. That's supposed to give me 2 inches of drop. The spindles are part number 33004. It's also 2 inches of drop. We're going to be installing those today. Can't wait to see how it turns out. I've never done a lower truck. If you saw a couple videos ago where I took the rear blocks out, the truck is sitting low. I've never had a lower truck, so I mean, it already feels like it's sitting extremely low. But we're going to go ahead and get started on it. First thing I'm gonna do is pull the measurement on the front. Driver's side is at 34.5. Passenger side is at 35. All right, I'm gonna start with the torsion keys first, and then I'm gonna lower it back down and get a measurement and see if we actually did get 2 inches or not. So what you need to do is jack the front end of the truck up, put it on jack stands, and you need one of these torsion bar tool. I bought this one a long time ago. I don't know what they cost now, but I know you can go to any home or any car auto parts store and rent one if you don't want to buy. But up top here, there's a little hole, and that's what that goes into. So what I need to do real quick, I don't have anything to hold this phone, but I'm gonna run this down real quick and go ahead and set it up here. All right, so real quick, that's what it looks like. There's the divot up here. You put the top end up there. The bottom has that little ball. It goes up in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tighten this just enough to where I can take. I need to actually turn it up a little bit, because once I get the pressure off of it, I'm gonna take the bolt out, take this bolt out, and I'm gonna take this nut out, and then I'm gonna lower it down, and we'll knock the torsion bar forward, and then we'll take the key out. Hopefully it isn't frozen solid in there. This South Carolina truck, I'm quite sure it's been here the whole time, so we should be good on that. I know a bunch of people up north, they get kind of shafted on the whole rust deal, but we'll do that and be right back. Okay, so as you can see, I just tightened this up a little bit, got the pressure off of it. I'm gonna take the bolt out and I'm gonna take the nut out, and then we'll lower it back down. This is where we're at right now. It's loose, so I just got to I'm gonna take a hammer. Let me get on the back side here. What you're gonna do is take a hammer and get you a punch and hit that torsion bar right there, and it should knock the bar forward, and the key should fall out. Should. Like I said, a bunch of people that's gonna be dealing with a lot of rust and stuff, man, you probably gonna be beaten for a while. And it's not a bad idea to hit this with some penetrating oil. Took me a few good hits. I got a masonry chisel or whatever, but worked perfect for me and my beating hammer. That's how different they're indexed. Like I said, this is, I guess, a 3-inch lift key and 2 or 3 inch drop key. But as you can see, man, there's a big difference. So we'll pop that in and go to the other side. Okay, so interesting thing here that I didn't know about, you pretty much got to max out the drop keys for it to even hold weight at all. So we'll see how this thing does, man. It might be that, I don't know. We'll find out. I'm gonna do the other side, and then we'll lower everything down, and then we'll see what happens. All right, so I ran into a little problem. When I bought the white truck, the keys were maxed out. The heads were completely broke off of one of them. I ordered a bolt, put it back in, I mean, it threaded back in. I had to buy a new nut too. The bolt that I ordered, it is too short. So whenever I put the drop keys in, it was not even long enough to even use. So what I'm gonna do is put lift keys in the green truck, because I'm not gonna turn them up. So I just need, you know, a shorter bolt doesn't matter. You know, kind of like with the white truck, I never maxed the keys out or on that side, so it's cool. So I'm going to take and put the longer bolt out the green truck, the stock bolt, into the white truck, so we can use the lower keys. And in the green truck, I'm going to have to put in the lift key, because if I don't, the truck is not, it ain't going to be level anymore. It's going to be nose diving, and the tires are going to rip the fenders off. So I'm going to do that real quick. All right, guys. Well, there's no other way to say it. I opened up a big can of worms. I ended up having to put the lift keys in the green truck. Now squatting like I don't want. So now I'm going to have to figure out everything again. Got the driver's side done. On this side, it's still on jack stands. Got to figure out the passenger side. But didn't plan on doing all this. It's Friday, but I got to work tomorrow. So now I got to get this green truck straight so I can go to work tomorrow. But I'm gonna do some adjusting on that, and then we'll get back on the white truck. All right, so I got that adjusted now. It's gonna settle some more in the front. I got the front's at 40, the back's at 39. Right now it's got an inch of squat, but I think before it had a half inch of squat, it was pretty much level. And I'm thinking it's gonna settle some more. So if I don't like it, I'm just gonna turn it down some more. So that's where we're at with that. Now we're gonna get back on the white truck. I'm having some issues under here with this whole deal here. So it's like I can't get it to go up enough. It's like all the way up right now, and it's sagging. So nothing's holding it up. So I got to figure that whole deal out. I might have to take and put the stock keys in the truck, out the green truck. So I'll figure that out and I'll get back. Okay, I figured out what I did. So this is that nut that came with the shorter torsion bar bolt. And what it is, it's not as thick as the stock one. So this thing should be able to push all the way up. It should be all the way maxed out. And if, as you can see, it's not. So I got a gap. So what that means is I get to take that nut out on the driver, or on the passenger side of the green truck, and exchange them. So I'm gonna do that. All right, so something's bad off. I got to figure it out. I got the drop key on the driver's side. It's sitting at, I think, I want to say it was, I can't even remember, 33 1/4 or something like that. The passenger side, I'm having issues with the torsion bar, man. I cannot figure it out. I've done all kind of things. It's sitting at 34 1/2 with the stock key in right now. When I put the McGaughys key on the driver's side, the bar is sagging. It ain't tightening like how it's sitting up right now. It's sitting up. When I max out the drop key on this side, it is still sagging. Like it ain't picked up in the position it's supposed to be in. So I don't know what's going on with that, because I see some damage right there where this truck's been hit, and I don't know if the frame's twisted or something's going on with it. But that's where I'm at right now with that. So I don't really know what to do, to be honest with you. All right, we went ahead and jumped back on it after work. This is the next day after the key debacle. Got everything lowered down. I'm gonna put the pictures up. I took some side pictures, but I want to say this side's at 32 1/2. I'll get the tape measure. We still got to do the spindles. We got 2-inch spindles to do. All right, with just the lowering keys, I got 32 1/4 in my garage on the driver's side. $32 3/4 on the passenger side. So what was that? I think there's an 1/8 of an inch difference. Okay, so this one's 32 5/8, the other side's 32 3/4, right? I don't know, my mind's pretty fried after working today, to be honest with you. But one side on the back is measuring at 35 1/2, the other side's at 36. And that can just be how the garage is and stuff in the bed. But it should work out to once I put 2 more inches in the front. I'm thinking that 6-inch flip kit on the back, it should be level. So I'm gonna go ahead, jack the truck up, put on jack stands, and get the front tires off, and we'll get started on the drop spindles. You know, I was planning on just showing the driver's side. I was gonna do the passenger side first, and you know, kind of learn from it and shoot the driver's side. Because it's been a long time since I've messed with a lower ball joint, but holy crap. This lower ball joint is the most ridiculous thing I have ever dealt with. I took, you know, the brakes off, CV axles, tie rods, upper came out after I used my pickle fork. But I have hit this damn lower ball joint with my beating hammer, pickle fork. I got a 10-pound sledgehammer I've been hitting with it. I soaked in air coil, and holy shit, it is ridiculous. I don't even know. It's Saturday night right now. Been up since 4. I think it's like 8 maybe. And it is hard for me to stop because I fixate on this stuff and I just can't stop. So at this point, I've beat the bottom. Like, I've done all kind of stuff. And the lower ball joint's trash anyway. I was planning on replacing the lower A-arms at some point. It wasn't today. But they're definitely going to have to be replaced now. But I guess in the morning I'm going to, I don't know, go get one of them torches. We're just going to have to heat this thing up. I'm going to soak it in air coil all night. And I don't know. We'll put some heat on it tomorrow and see what happens. But that's where I'm at right now. Like I said, this is supposed to be like the learning. I was going to learn on this side. Man, I am learning. I'm learning it as hell getting off I'm guessing this is the original lower ball joint, man. Because it is ridiculous. I forgot I also put a ball joint puller on it. Well, I couldn't even get it on it, actually. So, that's great, too. Finally got it to come loose. Let it sit with some air coil on it all night. And hit it on the bottom, since I've already messed the threads up, with the sledgehammer. So all I got to do now, I'm gonna take the nut off the top and it should just come right out, and then we'll take and separate it. I did go this morning, I bought another lower control arm with the ball joint in it. I think it's CarQuest Premium or whatever. It was $250. But I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna have to take the sway bar end link loose and the shock loose, and this has just became a whole can of worms. So what I'm gonna do is probably make this a 2-part video, I guess, because it's gotten expensive now. With the A-arm, with the lower A-arm, I'm gonna have to take the keys back loose again, push the, what is it? Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably push the torsion bar forward and then drop it out the back, and change out the lower A-arm, and then put everything back together. I'm gonna have to get a different shock because this shock is completely shot and it's ruined the bushing in there, it looks like. So we'll take a look at all that. Like I said, I wasn't even planning on filming this side. This is gonna be a learning side, but it is what it is at this point. So I'll set the camera up and we'll shoot some footage of me taking this apart. There's 3 15mm bolts on the back side of the spindle here holding the hub assembly on. I'm going to go ahead and take that off. This should come out. And then the spindle, we're going to just take that top nut off and carry it over there to the work table. I did want to get this mostly fixed today though. I don't really want to leave this laying up on the jack stands. Try and get this side fixed today and tomorrow. That way, I ain't got to worry about the children here. I can get the wheels and tires back on. I'll probably just put the tires back on the driver's side. All right. Okay. All right, so that's what it's looking like right now. So all I gotta do is just, I got grease all over my hand just then. Now I gotta do is just take the spindle off. I'll probably just carry it out there, get it cleaned up real good, and store it because I don't know that I'm gonna leave this thing lowered forever. So as much work as I'm going through right now though to put this lowering kit on, it is gonna stay on for a while. So that's that. Now I got to take the shot loose, take the sway bar end link loose, and then it looks like it's got two bolts we gotta take loose, and the torsion bar out. So we'll get to that. Let's see what this sway bar, I think the sway bar is put on with a, I have to feel what that is. We went to Waffle House earlier. It's Mother's Day today. And trying to find somewhere to park. And I finally parked right up by the side there. And one of my girls said, "Oh, we get to park beside the American flag car." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And it was a an old van that was blue, but the back door had been replaced with a red door. So I guess she saw red and blue, and it reminded her of America. That was the American flag car. I tell you, it's funny, man. When you have kids, they say such funny things. We'll set this to the side. See, them things already starting to crack up. I don't know if you can really see it. Let's see here. Whoop. I guess I just had it over tight. I mean, I didn't really feel like it was that tight though, but I guess it is. I got this big old adjustable out here. Once again, not using my impact I bought. But I forget about it because I just got it and I haven't had one. I just forget about it because I just got it and I've never had one. That's loop, man. That thing is. This truck had a hard life. There ain't no denying that. All right, I went ahead and I took the torsion bar key out and got all that loose. Bars loose. The nut right here is a 24. On the back side, there's an 18. So we're gonna loosen that. I just watched a little video on it. We're gonna loosen that. Take the two off, and then we're gonna take it's gonna drop down and we're just gonna slide it out. So I might need to move this because it's gonna be heavy. Set that right there. All right, let's see what we got. All right, here we go. First one. Set that right there so I can lose it. I'm guessing the front's the same thing. Yeah. We'll get this loose and then I'll take and pull the bolts out and it should come down. I'm getting it. There we go. There it goes. So it just completely fell down. Get that right there. Okay. Those washers have a little lip on it. Need to make sure I remember that. That's what went into it. Put that right there. And then I'll pull the bolts out and then it should drop down. Boy, I hope this juice is worth the squeeze, I can tell you that. Probably do all this and not like it. Put it back together and put some 33s on it or something. So what I want to do to my green truck, I know the bigger tire looks good and all that, but I don't know. I originally planned on just doing some 295s. There we go, now I'm being a dumbass. Alright, that's the first one. Trying to get out the stove. Gonna give it a small little tap. I don't want to mess these threads up. This thing's about to fall forward. Alright, there's it. There's a little washer. Alright. Alright, that's it. We got it out. Throw that over there, we'll throw it in the bed of the truck. And I'm kind of curious. I'm about to look at that and see if those have been replaced or not. But they were shot, ball joint was shot. I destroyed it trying to get it off. I've replaced everything on this truck except for the lower ball joints. And I've done the uppers, Pitman idler, sway bar, end links, bushings, tie rod inner and outer. So, damn, I think I just got a piece of metal on my finger. But I kind of showed taking this a little bit apart. I'm just gonna go ahead, put everything back together. I'm not gonna shoot all that. Whenever the other side I do that, I'll show everything that I didn't show on this side because I wasn't planning on shooting this side, but I got in so much trouble that I just went ahead and done it. But I'm gonna button this side back up. We'll see what it looks like. In fact, I might go ahead and put the tires back on. We'll see what it looks like, and then we'll shoot the other side. All right, so I got the lower ball joint back into place, spindle in place. I'm having a little issue with the dust shield on the brake right there. I'm gonna have to trim it because I can't get the caliper back on. But I'm wondering if the lower A-arm had something to do with why this wasn't tightened up, because now, after I've done everything, this is really tight. So I'm thinking maybe that was tied in some kind of way, but we'll crawl over there. We'll look at that, what I got going on. Ooh. Like I said, I never intended for this to be even on the video, but I got everything torqued down on the spindle. I put it in my vise and torqued it down. They send you a sheet with all the torque information, which was cool. I still got to tighten up the ball joints, and I got to grease that lower ball joint. Put the sway bar in, linked in, tighten up a bunch of stuff. Everything's still loose. The control arms are loose, as you can see. They tell you do not tighten that up. Don't torque it until it's sitting on the ground, because something about it might mess up a bush and I don't know. But this right here is in the way. If you can kind of see it, it's not letting the caliper get back up to where it needs to go. So I'm just gonna take and trim that off, and I'm gonna clean everything up, and we'll take and lower it on the ground, put the tires back on, see what it looks like. We got our before measurements. We'll see what it does with this replacement, or not replacement. Yeah, with the replacement lower A-arm. What I plan on doing is next week, the next video, we'll do a part 2. And I'll go get the other one for the other side. And then it should be the only thing I need to replace on this truck, on this front end now, would be just the shocks, because everything else is done, I believe. But I'm gonna get back to it. And like I said, the next video, the part 2, when I'm doing the driver's side, I'll do step by step, because I wasn't even planning on doing all this, and I had a bunch of just stuff happen. And I just wanted to get everybody clued in on what all was going down. So I'll finish this up. We'll get the side done. We'll put the wheel back on. We'll see, how much lower it is. And, we'll kind of detail the plans for the next part 2 video. All right, I think I'm about done with this. Got everything put back on. Went to do the CV axle, and I tightened everything up, and the CV axle will not go on the spindle. So I'm kind of at this point now to where I've had so much trouble that I feel like there's a reason I'm having so many issues, and it's that I'm just not even supposed to do this. So I might just be pulling this out and just putting the damn stock spindles back on, and just getting some leveling keys back on this truck, and just putting the stock block back in this truck, and we'll just get us some 33s and just go like that. And I'll just have 2 of the exact same thing, because they're just, and I might just take these spindles and set them off to the side, and then later on get me an actual 2-wheel drive truck, because these spindles will fit a 2-wheel drive truck. But that's kind of where I'm at right now. So all right, we're back at it a couple days later now. So I got ill the other day, because just one thing after another's been going on trying to do this. So I had trouble with the keys, which you'll see in the video. That actually got fixed once I changed out the lower A-arms. Had a bunch of trouble getting the lower ball joint off. Got that straight. Went to put the brakes on. Caliper didn't fit because of the dust shield. Got that trimmed up, got everything put back together, put the CV axle on, and then the flange that was on the CV axle didn't clear. So by then I was just pissed off. Pulled everything back off, and put the stock spindles back on for now. I actually ordered some leveling keys. I was so pissed off about it. So if anybody So we're going to do a little vote. What does everybody want to see? Do they want to see me try and make the lowered truck work, or do you just want to see a level truck? we got options. I mean, it really don't matter what the suspension is, to be honest with you, because this truck's got some, it's my project truck. I bought it to work on, fix things that's wrong with it. So, I mean, it really don't matter to me what the suspension is. So either I'm going to put the spindles back on and do whatever, or I'm just going to put the lift keys on. They're going to show up in 2 days. We'll just get some more Bilsteins and get some 35s for it. I don't know. But, just let me know what everybody thinks. You want to see this truck leveled? You want to see this truck lowered? It's going to be one of them two. I'm not messing with no lift. I don't want to mess with no lift. So, just let me know what you're thinking. I am about to start putting up some money for this truck because it needs work. I mean, let's look at it real quick. I mean, I got these big crater dent in the side of it. I mean, the paint looks like crap. I took the side moldings off, and it just looks bad. Clear coat popping on the hood and stuff, and just all dented up. Headlights yellow, big dent in the door. I feel like it makes more sense to try and... This truck's a lot further off than the green truck. I mean, the green truck just needs a little bit of paint on the hood and the roof. I mean, really, it's got a little bit of dents in that one door, but I feel like I'm better off focusing on this one. I feel like it would be the most gratifying to fix. I actually feel more tied to this truck because of trying to save one, because the green truck, I mean, it was a taken care of truck. But if I can get this truck back, it would be more gratifying because it was ragged out basically. So I'm thinking what I'm gonna do. We'll see what everybody says. Probably won't say nothing because nobody hardly ever comments much. But I'll probably put the lift keys in. Next video, we're gonna do the other side. I'm gonna do the lower ball joint, A-arm on the other side. We'll put the lift keys in, we'll level it, and I might go ahead and just take the truck and see if we can start getting some of this big stuff fixed. Like got the oil leak. I really ain't got time to be messing with stuff because we're moving and this and that. I'm sick. Both my trucks leak oil and I'm tired of it. And I want to be able to pull one out in the driveway and not worry about leaking. So let me know what you want to see. We're gonna, if you want to see leveled or lowered, just let me know. But I'm probably heading back towards the leveled route on this one. And I'm thinking we're going to start doing some bigger things. Getting some of the oil leak fixed. I might contact somebody about, checking the engine, because I wanted a cam. I wanted to do long tubes on this truck, and maybe getting the compression checked on it and seeing if I can even do anything like that with this truck right now, or if it needs a rebuilt motor. And I love to get the body straight on. I mean, this truck in my mind, this truck with a little bit of performance and get the body straight, I mean, a great truck. I mean, maybe right now I might have $6,000 or $7,000 tied in. If I did all this stuff, I mean, yeah, let's say you got 14 or 15 tied up in it, but man, I mean, you're going to have a damn good truck for $15,000, like compared to what now. I mean, now $30,000 gets you a 7-8 year old truck with 100,000 miles on it. This truck, both the trucks cost me $100 a year in taxes and $200 a piece every 6 months on the insurance. So $400, it's $1 a day insurance on each truck, and the taxes are $100 a year. I mean, it's literally, I know a lot of people up north ain't got a choice because of rust and stuff, but if you live in the South, and it don't make sense to drive a newer vehicle because, for one, they're not reliable anymore, and for two, they kill you in taxes and insurance. So then you got to worry about somebody beating the door down at the grocery store. But enough rambling. Everybody that knows me knows this is normal. So as always, thanks for watching. I know the video didn't turn out how we wanted it to, a lot of that's just because I got frustrated. I think I can take that CV-ax off and grind that flange off if I really wanted to, and it will fit. But I wasn't sure and couldn't find nothing on the internet about it, and I didn't want to screw that whole deal up. So, as always, thanks for watching. Leave me a comment. Better leave me a comment. Ain't nobody leaving me comments. And tell me what you want to see. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.